Well, here we go. I think this is video 34 on Medo. So now, hindsight, once again, is always getting us. If you look back at the beginning of the videos when I took the engine apart and we pulled the head off, it was, number one cylinder was all kinds of gummed up. Well, we put nozzles in it, and part of me was like, well, let's put nozzles in it. If it's a spray pattern issue or something with it, could be the nozzle. So I put nozzles in it and we just gambled. Well, we gambled and lost. So now we're just taking it apart, pulled the injector out. It's right here. And whatever is going on with this injector, it is pouring fuel in when it's trying to fire. So
I left it off and that doesn't come off. That's already like that.
What?
Oh, it's black like that on the tip?
The burnt on the tip?
Yeah.
See, oh, you can't focus, but it's burnt real bad on the tip. I don't know what's up with that. He said it doesn't come off. So what we're going to do is we're going to dish this, and we'll find out. Honestly, these nozzles are from River City, and they're supposed to be stock size, complete stock replacement nozzles. Well, now we're going to put an injector in it. We're going to go ahead and replace the injector because it gummed that cylinder up. I could show you with borescope. We already looked down in there. It was throwing fuel in it, so it's all nasty. And so let's get that number one injector out. We're going to do that real quick. That was that noise when we was trying to crank it and it was acting like trying to fire. Yeah, it's pumping fuel right into the cylinder out of number one. So luckily we didn't try too hard to run it and went right through and found it. So we're going to put a number one in it and it should pop right off just like it should, because that number one obviously was taking fuel and just pouring it. It was a mess. So right now, since we did the start to fire up and I was trying to get it programmed, then we ran into that injector issue, and then I instantly remembered back at the beginning of this job when I took that cylinder head off, that number one cylinder was so nasty. And hindsight always be great. We should at least replace the number one injector. But I wagered a little bit at the risk of having to tear back in and yank that injector. Well, that's where we're at. So we're going to yank the injector real quick. That should be done here in a little bit. I'll get in there and get that done, and then we'll fire it back up and continue on with at least getting all the interior functions to work. But right now, I got to get another ELM for FORScan. Those of you guys that know about FORScan, if you research it, it's kind of confusing. It's kind of a pain in the butt to get figured out, but you can turn on functions that any other thing, even IDS, cannot do. A lot easier. You can control the programmable parameters of the truck way easier with FORScan than you can with IDS. So Tanner told me to put a link in there, or just to mention it, that ELM 327, the actual one. You buy that $5 one, you get what you pay for. You got to spend about $30 on it. So we're going to go ahead and order another one because I think mine got dropped. Last I've tried to play, it wasn't working good. I don't know what the deal is, but they're $30. I'm going to order another one, and I think Julie and Tanner plan on putting a link in the description of which one it is. And it's an Amazon thing. It's so you buy it, I get credit. And so let's not lie. You buy it, I get some credit. That's awesome. But you also know that you're getting the one that works. So let's do that. But for right now, let's get this injector in and get this truck carried on. So, oh man, it's about time. Have a good day, guys.